Hey everybody. I just finished number 13 in the Bone Chiller series. This is The Thing Under the Bed. This is a book that I've actually been wanting to read for a very long time. I'm a sucker for covers with a very vague monster under a bed or something dark where you can barely see it. A prime example is Welcome to Camp Nightmare from the original Goosebumps series. Has somewhat of the same cover. I'm sure Tim Jacobus did this one too. I mean, you got Converse right there too. But yeah, I just finished this yesterday. One thing I wanted to point out too, this is a really cool hardcover edition. Absolutely love it. Also, there is, see if I can do this with one hand. The little library card thing that you use to check out a book. Yeah, it's got that. And also, there's one more thing I wanted to point out. The number 13 in this is very different. You look at the other numbers for the Bone Chiller series, they just look standard. The 13 in this is like weird, jagged. So I don't know. If you guys know why it's like that, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, this story here follows Otis. He is a very messy kid, very dirty. He just got this bed. Well, he's had it for 2 years. There's this bed called the Ocean in Motion, which is a water bed, and he gets really good sleep on it and all that. But it's very high, and he starts like piling junk under the bed, like trash, food, all of this stuff, and he also puts stuff in his backpack, like food and stuff, and it's really gross. And he just doesn't clean up behind himself. He loves a snack and loves a nap. You know, I can relate to that. But yeah, he starts hearing noises under his bed, and he kind of ignores it. He goes to school one day, and the teacher tells him to get a book out or something. And what happens is he opens his book bag, and there's just this really gross stench throughout the whole school. And he reaches down and he touches something in his backpack. All right. The next day he goes home, and his mom notices his room starting to stink and smell really bad and all this stuff. And she tells him he needs to clean it the next day when he comes home from school. So he promises himself he's going to clean out his backpack and his bedroom. The next day he actually gets the groundskeeper, which is this weird guy named something Baldwin or something, and they call him Baldy because he's bald. So he gets him to clean out. He asks him to help him clean out his backpack or whatever. I don't know why groundskeeper's doing this, but he does. He goes and starts cleaning, and he finds worms in his backpack, and he gives this very vague, weird response to, "You can never be too careful with worms," different things like that. So he pulls them out, and he cleans his backpack for him, and the kid pretty much tells him to throw the backpack away. The next day he goes to clean out his room or whatever, and he notices his room is actually pretty clean. Like things are getting cleaned, and he doesn't know why. And little bits of mold is being left, like wherever he left something, and it gets clean, and stuff like that. He invites a friend over named Tony, which is his best friend, and he comes over and he leaves his book bag upstairs or in his bedroom, and they go downstairs to like do something. And when he comes back, he notices the book bag is being like sucked under the bed, like he hears like chewing noises and all this stuff. And that's pretty much it. That's the monster. That's actually where I'm going to kind of leave off like the plot, because that's basically it. This book is very straightforward. There's nothing amazing about this book. Sadly, it's not bad. It's not a bad book. It's basically Toilet Terror without the gory scene where the thing gets stabbed in the head with it's like a pool thing. This book had no like really danger to it, other than, I mean, there's a monster under the bed, but it's like we don't even know if it really would attack a kid. It doesn't even go towards any kind of violence or anything like that. The only thing that really happens is like homework and book bags and stuff get sucked under the bed. And that's it. Like that's literally it. The kid hears noises and there's a monster under there. Very straightforward. Not a terrible book. It's just not. I was looking forward to more. I praised Bone Chillers for like a while, and then I come to this, and it's just it's just this average book. It reminded me a lot of there's a book in the Ghosts of Fear Street series called Attack of the Aqua Apes. It's very very straightforward. Nothing Nothing crazy happens. In fact, that book I think has higher stakes than this one. The monster itself is fine. We do get an explanation for where the monster came from and how it was made, which I enjoyed because some of these type of books they don't even really care to give you an explanation. It's very vague, but we do get at least somewhat of an explanation. So yeah, I enjoyed that. Um, I enjoyed learning what this monster was because it does do a fine job of actually like pacing itself to finally revealing the monster. I think the monster is actually revealed on like page 99, and it does a good job of just being like very like okay, you hear noise, things start disappearing. It doesn't feel like it's like really filler. It just feels like it's a story being told that's told in the right way. It's very short. This book's like 130 pages. So yeah, this was fine. I didn't mind it. It's definitely one of the weaker Bone Chillers books, but like not in the sense that it's bad. I give it a 3 out of 5 stars. So yeah, what did you guys think about The Thing Under the Bed? If you read it, this book's really rare, really hard to find. But please let me know in the comments below if you did read this book. Thank you, and bye bye.